Hey, so my pain, I took my pain and turned it into something else. I'm gonna maybe purpose or whatnot. I took my pain and whether it was embarrassing, this is how it is. Listen, I'm gonna hit you with it. As or the I embarrassed myself. I came on social media screaming and kicking and wanting help. I came on social media looking to make an awareness for the death of my son. I probably did it the wrong way because I thought I was handling everything right. I thought I was doing it right. I thought I had it under control. Not knowing that every time I made that video about something about my son and I turned that video off, I was losing my loving mind at the end of it. I was beating myself up. I was there beating myself up. I would cry after having making a video. Because everything in me wanted to see my son. Everything in me wanted to hear my son. Everything of all the things that he did wrong, I wanted to be able to say something to him. And I wanted to be able to cuss my son back out. I wanted him to be able to block me. He was good for blocking me. I wanted him to be able to say something to me, or I say something to him. The things that I should have said to him, I wanted to be able to say that. And I couldn't say that. And I knew that I couldn't say it. It didn't feel, I was so devastated. I was so devastated. I just couldn't do it. I wanted to do it. I thought I was doing it. And then you had to find an empty chair. And I would kick that empty chair out of anger. Because that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to speak to him. And the empty chair was a representation of him. And every time that you look and you see that chair is empty, it was fucking with my mind. But I was feeling better though, because I was saying things that I actually really meant. And I actually wanted to say to him. And then you were fighting between the death of your son, and then your inner child is coming out and telling you about how she wasn't loved and how she didn't feel like she was loved, and she didn't feel like she was good enough for her mother or her father. She felt like she was ashamed, and all the shame that she done brought up about with her son now that passed up. It's like so many things just hitting you there and here. The death of your son, what you did after he died, and how you did it, and who, and all these things, and then your inner child is coming out, and all the resentment she felt towards her mother or her father, and the hate that she had to them, but she loved them, and then the inner child is there screaming to have fun and want to do fun things, but then the adult person is holding her back and saying, no, we depressed, we can't have fun right now. The adult me is like, let's shake it off. Let's shake off this anger. Let's shake off this pain. Let's move on. And the inner child too is like, no, I can't move on too. I don't know. This hurt. This hurt too bad. The inner child is hurt from her past thing, and she hurt from the present thing, and she heard about the things years ago, and she heard about the things in months ago and weeks ago and so many decades ago. Everything is just coming all up out of you like, oh my God, what the heck? What in the world? Like, seriously? Seriously? How can I handle all these emotions? All these emotions is just throwing out there, and it's like a big old juggle ball throwing out the emotions of your childhood and your emotion of your death of your son and what you did wrong to him and what kind of mother are you, and you a mean mother, and you just like your mother, and you know all these things coming out, and it's like, stop, breathe. Oh, people trying to take you down because now they like triggering you, and they telling you about your, oh, they telling you how you about your son. They telling you about your son, or they asking you questions about your son, and you trying to act like you strong, and it ain't bothering you, and it's fucking with you hard. You know, they triggering you. They sitting there scratching their match, and it's triggering you. It is triggering you, and you going into the bathroom and you are screaming inside of your body not to lose your mind, and you want to punch that person in their face, but you can't because you know you're going to go to jail. So you just shut up and you take it as a positive, and you said, okay, it's a trigger. Realize it's a trigger. Realize it's a trigger. Don't worry about it. It's triggering you, yes, but it's making you be stronger. Don't take it as a trigger. Every negative, I had to take it and make it a positive. Every negative situation that was happening to me, I had to make it a positive situation. I had to see the good in it. And every time I kept hearing this lady say, see the good in the things that's happening to you. And I couldn't see the things, couldn't understand what the hell she was talking about. I was like, how is that? How can I see the good in it? And then I started to see the good in it. I couldn't see it. I didn't think I was seeing it. But then I started to see it. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to push through this. You crying? All right. They hurt you? All right. Good. All right. Dust off yourself. Wipe your eyes. All right. Let's wash our face. Go back out there. Act like nothing happened. Yeah, you delusional. Okay, let's go. Come on, delusional. We going outside there and show them that. They was like, oh, your eyes is red. Oh, it is? Oh, my God. What happened? I played the same game they played. Every time they thought that they was triggering me, I made them look like nothing was happening. It wasn't no people, it wasn't no fake people that I created that was messing with me. It was real people that was messing with me. Like, all right, we gonna trigger her today. Today's called Trigger Day for Moniece. Let's mess with her mind. And I had to make sure that this Psalm 91, Psalm 91, Psalm 91, every time you feel a trigger, Psalm 91. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide in the shadow of Almighty. Psalm 91. He's my refuge and my fortress, my God, in him and I trust. Surely he should deliver thee in it. For I use that there. I tell you every day, every morning, every day, every day, every day, every day, every day. And to push through. When I didn't believe in me. My daddy had to tell me that you don't even believe in yourself. And I was like, you're right. You're absolutely right. I did not believe in me. I lost belief in myself. Every confidence that I used to feel, I lost that. I was the most confident person, bold and ambitious, and I lost all of that. I was never scared to say what I want to say. Never was. Never was afraid to do things I wanted to do. Never. All of a sudden, I just said, stop. Be still. Shh. No reaction. Shut your mouth. You don't need to say nothing. Shh. You said enough. You did enough. Put your back on that wall. Shh.